Hey there, I'm Lindsey from lindseyhazel.com, and in this video, I'm going to teach you 6 tools to help you teach online. Now, just to give you a little bit of who I am, hi, I'm Lindsey. I'm an online educator that helps camera-shy business owners learn how to get confident and make profitable videos online, whether that's live videos or pre-recorded videos. If you're on Instagram, I'd love to connect there. My handle on Instagram is @the_Lindsey_Hazel, and yeah, follow me there to see behind the scenes and all kinds of other stuff Instagram related. But let's jump into this video. So I'm going to go through 3 softwares that you can use that are for doing live training videos, and then I'm going to give you 3 tools that you can use for pre-recorded videos. So the first one is called Zoom. And Zoom is a video meeting type of software. It is something that you download onto your phone or your computer, and you can use it there. Now, it is mainly for connecting with other people. So whether you're having a video chat with one person or all the way up to 1,000 people, or I think 500 maybe might be the largest one, then you can use Zoom for that. Now, most likely if you are teaching, if you're doing like one-on-one things, or if you have a small group of people, you're not going to need these expensive plans. You can just use the free plan and have up to 100 people on it. Now, with the free plan, you only have 40 minutes that you can have a call. So one thing that I used to do is I would, when I didn't want to pay for the software, I would be like, oh, hey, I'll give you a link in a few minutes. And then I would, have a next one show up. So that's kind of a workaround if you don't want to pay for the program, but you still want to have longer than 40 minutes. But $15 a month really isn't that bad. I have a link that I can leave for you to download all of these tools, so I'll do that. But let me show you real quick what it looks like when you download Zoom on your computer. So you will get a window like this, and most likely you'll want to just go ahead and hit this new meeting. But when you click on this, it will go ahead and start a new meeting. So if you're doing a live with students or members of a fitness group or something, you most likely want to schedule it ahead, and you would just go to schedule. And then in here, you would put in, class on tomatoes, or something, whatever you're teaching on, just add that there. And then you can come in here and schedule it. So if I was going to have it, let's say maybe tomorrow, and I wanted to do it at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and see, it even tells you like how long you can have it for. So, okay, so it says the Zoom basic plan has a 40-minute time limit on meetings with 3 or more participants. So that's new, participants. So obviously I would just make that to AM, and then I don't get that warning. And then you definitely want to do your meeting ID as generate automatically, because if you send out your personal one, it's just going to go out to a lot of different people and you don't want it there. I always remove the password so I don't have to worry about that. When you're the host, you most likely want to have your video on, but you can have it to turn off or be off when you first join, so that you don't show up and you're not there or something like that. You can choose if you want your participants to be on or not. And then for this audio thing, what that means is that if they don't have a phone or a computer app to download, they can just not virtually, but they can use their phone and they can call in and they can listen into the meeting, and they can have their audio on and have a conversation without having to be hooked into the actual software. And then you can also have your calendars and add that. And these are just a few other things. So it has like enable waiting room, which means that people will just wait until you as the host show up. You can have people join before you get there. You can mute everybody on entry, which is ideal because you don't want a lot of people waiting and they're talking before you get there. And then there's just a few other things you can do. Now, what I always really like about Zoom is that it automatically records your meeting on your computer. So if you are doing a lesson and you want it to be recorded, it can just go ahead and start, and then you don't ever have to worry about, oh, did I hit record or not? And then have to worry about that. So that's something that's good if you want to teach a live class and then save it and then share the video on YouTube or on whatever other tool that you're using to upload your videos to your students. So then when you're done with that, you would just hit schedule, and then you could come in here and it will tell you like, hey, I'm having a Zoom meeting. This is the topic. This is the time. Here's the link. And this link is what you would send out to people so they could join your meeting or your class or whatever you want to call it. But that's just that. You know, you can also share your screen when you use Zoom. I'll do a separate video all about how to use Zoom so that you can not have to listen to it right now. All right, so the next one, and if anybody has any questions about any of these tools, just leave them in the comments below, and either I will get to it or somebody in the community will answer it for you, and we can all get through this really a lot simpler than being frustrated on how to do this. All right, so the next one is called Google Hangouts Meet, which is kind of Google's version of Zoom. It's same thing, video meetings for your business. Now to get to this, you want to log into your Google account. You want to go to your admin console, and then you want to click on these little dots up here. It looks like a dot, so like a square of dots, and you click on that, and then you scroll down to Meet. And then when you come to Meet, it will give you this this thing, and then what you do is you just say join or start a meeting. So here again, so we can be like class on maybe this class is going to be on okra. We'll just stay with the vegetables theme. And then I don't know how this will do since I'm here, but yeah, so then you'll be in your meeting, and then if you wanted to present, you could choose what you wanted to present and choose a screen and have that and just present your meeting. And if you want to add people to it, you would go to, let's see, let me move mine a little. Yeah, so what I did is, so down here on the bottom right, when I click on it, I can see, see down here, you can see join meeting info and everything. Now, if you wanted to do this at a later date and you didn't want to do it right now, you could just be like, hey, here's the link to join. And then what you could do is you could leave this call. So I'm going to leave it. And then later you could just click on that link and you can come back to it. So see, it has rejoin. And then you would just teach your lesson through Google Meet and then save it. Now I'm pretty sure that it saves that when you're done. So you can just go to it and have it. Let's see. But yeah, I'll look at that and see as far as where, how you can save it. And I'm sure it has to actually have a live call. It's just me trying to show an example, but then you could use that video and upload it and share it with people as well. Okay, another way to go live is to use YouTube Live. Now, if you're trying to use YouTube Live and on your mobile device and you have under 1,000 subscribers, you will not be able to go live from your phone. but you can go live from your computer. So to do that, you would come to this little camera that has a little plus sign, and you click on that and you say go live. And then in here, Google will, or YouTube will show you everything that you need to know as far as going live on YouTube. So if you've done this in the past, you could even copy and create all of your settings from another one that you had, or you can just hit new stream. And then here you could come in here and be like, okay, now we're having a class on green beans. And then you could choose if you want it to be public, unlisted, or private. Now the thing here is that if you are teaching this and you want people on YouTube to just be able to find it, that's when you would want it to be public. If you just want to send it to students or members that you have for like a gym or something, you would want to use it as unlisted. And then you would send them the link of the video so that they could join you live and be there for that video. When you make a video private or on YouTube, nobody can watch it except you. So that's usually something that's good to try when you are testing something out or something like that. So I'm just going to save this, and then you don't really have to worry about most of this other stuff. Just make sure that you're, if it is made for kids, say it's made for kids. If not, then say no. And then if it has an age restriction on it and everything, and then you would just go to create stream. And then in here, you can go in here and edit things. Now, I don't want to go live right now, so I'm actually going to go back, and I'm going to go back, and I'm just going to delete this because I don't need to go live right now. Now you can also schedule a live stream in there. Let's see, I will show you that. So let's delete this, and then I'll show you how to do that real quick. All right, so let's say I'm in here and I want to go make a live stream. So I come to stream and then new stream. I'm really confusing YouTube because it thinks I'm going to go live right now. Okay, so right here it says schedule later. That's where you would come in here and schedule what time you wanted to go live. And then it wouldn't actually prompt you until it was time to go live. And that's how you do that. Okay, so next, let me cancel this because I don't want YouTube to make me go live right now. I don't think I really did anything, so we're not going to worry about this. Okay, so let me just make sure this isn't doing it. Manage. Okay, good. So I'm not going live right now, so it's good. All right, so next would be Loom. So those other ones were for doing live streaming videos. These next options are going to be for videos that you want to record and then share with people later and not have to share, live. So a good thing for that would be if your kids are around and things are being really loud and you just want to record when they've gone to bed, then you can use some of these tools and do that. Or if it's something you made a presentation for and you want to be able to edit your video a little bit more, you can use these tools. Now, Loom is, with everything that's going on right now, they've actually made their pro plan free, which is great because you can, for teachers and students, so you can use the pro version of Loom, which has like unlimited videos, and it also has a bunch of like editing tools, and let's see what else in here. So you can have a drawing tool, which would be awesome to come in here and draw while you're doing a tutorial. It has custom recording dimensions for Macs. Let's see, other things. You can upload a thumbnail, you can have call to action buttons, you can have, you can know who's actually viewed your video, you can password protect your videos, you can, oh, and then you have support from Loom, which is great. So I really like Loom. It's what I'm using right now, where I'm in this little bubble thing. And I'll show you why I like it. I have a separate video all about why I like it, but I'll show you real quick why I really like using this. So the best thing about Loom is that it is a Chrome extension that goes into your Chrome browser. And then all you do is just click this little button thing and you can record while you're in here. And then each time that I switch to a different tab, my little recording icon moves with me, and I can have that. Now, I don't have to have my face over here if I didn't want to. I could hide my video. So like this, now I'm hidden. And then I could just bring it back if I, it's just good to be on camera. And then this helps me, I don't know if you can see this, but I have a few more things where I can finish the recording, I can pause it, or I can cancel it. And pausing comes in handy if your dog starts barking, or if your spouse says something to you and you're like, oh wait, hold on, I'm recording, and you don't want to have to redo the whole thing. You can just pause it and then come back and it will pick right back up. And that's super helpful. So let's say that I've already done this recording. This is what Loom looks like inside of your platform. So you have all these different videos that you have used, and what you can do is, for instance, let's say I did this one and I wanted to share it. I could just copy this link right here and I could send that to people. Or what I could do is that I could download the video by hitting this little, there's like, do you see it? It's like a little down arrow with a line. And I could download that video that I have created here on Loom, and I could either share it to YouTube or share it to Google Classroom or email or a website that I have or something like that, in order to send that to students that need to watch that video. Or you could upload it to like an online course platform or things like that. And then you can duplicate it, you can delete it, if you hit the share button, it tells you different places you can share it. So it even gives you an embed code. If you have a website, then you can share it there. And you can also come in here and trim the video, which is really helpful, because if I made any mistakes, I could just come in here and I could edit it, and that would be I think I would just go like this and say start trimming, and then I could come in here and trim this out. And that's just really helpful to have inside another app when you're doing these types of teaching things, teaching videos. Now, if I only wanted people to have it, but I wanted to add a password, I could add a password in here for people. I could, there's a bunch of other things that I can do as well. So I could hide these little reactions. Now these little reactions are fun because if somebody's watching the video and they can just put it in there. And then down here, people can leave comments. And then I could also leave, like a description like you would have on YouTube, and have it in here as well. Now, there are a lot of things that you can do with Loom, but that's just a quick little overview of how you can use Loom to record your screen and do a tutorial or a video lesson for your students and have it all in one place. All right, so the next thing to do would be to share a video on YouTube. Now, most likely, like I mentioned before, you will probably want to have a video that is unlisted. So when you upload your video to YouTube, you want to have it be unlisted. Now, right now, I can see that all of these videos are live. So when people come on my channel, they can see these. But I know that I have other videos on here that are not public. So to get to those, I go to YouTube Studio. And then I go to videos. Oh, sorry, let me move my face. I go to videos. And then, like right here, I can see like this is unlisted, and I can find these. Now for these, to share it with people, I would come in here and I would hit options and then hit click get shareable link. And now I have that link. And so then I could share it with people. Now the link, let's see, if I open a new tab, the link will just be like a regular YouTube link, and then it goes straight to the video, and then people can watch it right then. And so that's really helpful, just because it's not available for everybody on YouTube, but it's there for your students to watch and have. So that's one thing. In this next video, I'll show you how you can get the link from a video and send it to students, and also create a short link for it so that it's easy to share. But let's go. I have one more tool to show you. So the last tool is called Google Classroom. So it's Google Classroom. Most teachers are familiar with this just because it's what they use. Now, this is the logo for it, and it says Google Classroom is a free web service developed by Google for schools that aims for simplified creating, distributing, and grading assignments in a paperless way. So I created a little Lindsey Hazel classroom, and I just kind of was testing things, and I'm just going to show you how you can share your videos with Google Classroom. So let's say that I wanted to post a new thing. I would come in here and be like, here's today's lesson. And then I would go to add, and then I could choose if it was in my drive, a link, a file, or YouTube. Now this is really helpful because if you didn't even want to put your video up on YouTube, and let's say you had it recorded on your computer, you could just upload it directly to this with doing the file one. Now, if it was in your drive, you could just link it directly to your Google Drive, or you could go to YouTube. Now, what's neat about YouTube is that I could come in here and search. So let's say that I wanted to use that video that I did on Loom. I could come in here and do Loom Lindsey Hazel, and now there's my video. I could use that. Or let's say I wanted to still use that URL, that private URL that I used. I could use that right here, and then it already loads in there, and then I could say add, and then I could say post, and now all my students get that lesson on my Google Classroom. So if you have any questions about that one or any of these, just leave them below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Now, another just kind of like a bonus tool would be Podia. Now, Podia is a online course, digital downloads, membership, all-inclusive app. And what you could do with this is that if you wanted to create like a whole course, or if you wanted to have individual videos that you wanted your students to be able to access or have all in one place, you could use Podia. Now, I use Podia for my online courses and a membership and things and digital downloads. And it's like another step. But for most of you who are watching this video, you just need to get your videos out to your students. And I highly suggest using most of the ones that were before this. This type of software is usually for like online educators like myself or entrepreneurs who are trying to get their digital videos out there and not be connected to something that's free or YouTube or something like that. It's great for what I use it for, but it does serve a different purpose than just teaching online. So yeah. All right. So I have one more thing for you. I want to ask you a quick question. I want to know, how do you like to teach online? Do you prefer live or pre-recorded? So let me know in the comments which one you prefer, and just connect with other people in the comment section and see if you can learn something about how they like to teach, or what has worked for them, or what tools they like to use, and things like that. And if you want to, you are free to grab my free YouTube starter checklist. I have this PDF, and it's all about just learning how to get started on YouTube. So if you want to start a YouTube channel, I highly suggest doing so, whether you're going to hide your videos or not, just because it's a good way to get your videos out there so that people can watch them. But thanks so much for watching. In the next video, I am going to show you how to create a link to share your video lessons with your students from YouTube. So I'll make it shorter than that so it makes sense. But anyways, yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.